Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So you may wonder why I record so many videos asking for prayers on things all the time. And the reason is that I like to think that help is on the way. So I'm having a lot of not necessarily difficult things, but things that would be nice to have in my life, right? A life partner, a few $1 billion, a nicer working condition, and all the rest, right? And some of these things may not come tomorrow, but every time I record one of these prayers, it reminds me that it's on the way, it's on the way, it's on the way. And it makes me feel better. When I'm working out of an office that doesn't really work well with me, when I don't have money to do everything that I want to do, I like to be traveling more. This is my first flight in over half of a decade, if you can believe it, this trip to Taiwan. And it wasn't under the best of circumstances, obviously. And when I pray that I get opportunities to travel more, and I ask you guys to dislike videos to pray for that, it reminds me that it's on the way. That trip to Poland, the trip to back here to Taiwan next time, a trip to Japan maybe, and maybe a trip to the moon or Jupiter someday is on the way to me. A nicer office is on the way to me, on the way, right? It reminds me of that. So I want you guys to continue praying for me. Yesterday, I got one of my viewers all confused. It looks like I was praying for something bad to happen to our office. Yesterday, I talked about potentially a mercury spill or a nuclear spill because it would force them to rebuild the office. But one of my viewers thought that something bad had happened, and I'm praying for a quick cleanup of some sort. It's kind of funny. But anyway, so tomorrow is New Year's Day. Let us pray. Nobody's going to be in the office on New Year's Day. Let us pray that an inferno destroys the building, a fire. Um, and the reason for that is that the building sucks. The cell phone signal doesn't work half the time, and there's nowhere to cook and eat. And they're expecting us to have office hours. And yeah, I mean, I have eating disorders, and having nowhere to eat is not very conducive to my own recovery. Sometimes, when you have an eating disorder, I don't know how many of my viewers are former anorexics or other eating disorders. Having any barrier for you to get to your food is just not very conducive to good eating hygiene.